armored soldiers!
Some of Volron's former guards.
Let's take them out quick before things get messy.
All glory unto Volron!
Lay down your arms, and no one has to get hurt.
Silence! Traitors like you shall never walk free!
I knew you were stubborn, but you don't have to be so damn dramatic.
Come one, come up!
Where are you going?
Dragon Eagle Ray!
Benediction light.
Hold on to your arm.
The enemy wields arms too.
We'll soon see about that.
By the power of one, it's time to finish this! Die! Consuming wildfire! I'll heal you all!
Hydration roll. Raise the healing chain.
Ignite!
Here, let me help!
Raging cascade.
Dragon Swarm!
Dance in the wind. Here's the heel.
Can't get out of bed!
You're mine!
Shining super
Double
shot.
Demon Fang! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! Kisara!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
What's with the hole here? Is that supposed to be their hideout?
It doesn't look like it's freshly dug, whatever it is. Maybe it's the entrance to a path to Cyslodia. Everything all right?
Oh, yeah, I'm fine. Let's go. I don't know when it happened, but we sure are hauling a lot of stuff these days.
I was just thinking the exact same thing. Glad to hear I'm not the only one.
We should probably clear some stuff out, like our old weapons we're not using anymore. They must be in pretty bad shape by now.
No way. Those are still good as new with a little polishing. If anything, I'd say all our armor is what's weighing us down.
But that armor's also still good once you fix it up. Besides, better to have too much armor than too little. You can trust me on that one.
Well, what about all these dumb old antiques we're lugging around? If we sell those off, that should lighten our load.
Simpletons such as yourself who can't appreciate the true worth of such things is how precious art vanishes from history.
Pretty art's not gonna save you in a fight, man.
Stop it, you guys! This is no time to...
All I really meant to say is, you can tell how much we've been through by everything we're carrying around. Honestly, that's all.
Oh.
My deepest apologies. It appears that I may have rather overreacted.
Yeah, I guess it's only natural we'd have so many souvenirs by now. I might have been out of line too.
I guess all this stuff really is a sign of how far we've come together.
Yeah, every little piece is its own treasure filled with memories.
Small, but a victory nonetheless.
We have a long way yet to go.
Tell me, Alphen, wherever did you learn how to wield a sword?
I was wondering the same thing too, actually. I'm guessing you knew how to fight before you met the Crimson Crows, right?
I used to be a soldier who served a Danon master. I never saw the guy's face, but I still fought for him because he was my employer. Looking back, it wasn't all that different from being a slave.
A Danon master? That must have been before the Renans brought you to Lenegis 300 years ago.
You must fight using real Danon techniques then.
Really? We used to have our own sword arts?
There's a lot of our own history we've lost since the Renans first invaded. It's not all magic and art. I'm sure it includes things like sword styles too. It's incredible and also a little surreal to see those arts still survive after all this time.
Not only that, but I first learned these moves while serving one ruler, only to end up turning my sword on the ruling class altogether. Pretty ironic when you think about it.
I apologize if I dredged up unfortunate memories for you.
Nah, we're good. It's in the past now. All we ever did in those days was stir up trouble.
You're using those skills for a good cause now. It's not all bad.
I suppose this is what people mean when they say that every cloud has its silver lining.
Exactly. He's using those sword skills to make the world better. Could be a lot worse.
True enough. I will stop worrying about mentioning it then.
No wonder we couldn't manage to find them. They've been holed up here all this time, hiding.
The remnants of Volron's forces. You think they were planning an ambush on Pelegion?
Possibly. Then again, knowing how blind their devotion is, maybe they were just waiting.
Waiting? For Volron, you mean?
Even though we already defeated him? But yes, I suppose you're right. For these guys, that would just be a technicality. They act more like worshippers than subjects. They're probably still in denial that he was overthrown in the first place.
Either that, or they were biding their time until the next crown contest. Either way, their allegiance is to their lord.
Who they're convinced and expectant will return. So in the meantime, they wait patiently in preparation for the day that he finally does. That's way more than just loyalty. It's no less than total subjugation.
I owe you, Xion.
Healing is what my arts do best.
All mine can do is cause havoc and destruction.
Inside me, yours to be let free.
Do it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
Here's a healing arc!
Now, here I come.
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah, and pummel it to me.
Double demon fang.
Here I come! Everlasting darkness! Negative gate! Here I come! Bringing you up high! I'm ready!
Jolie! This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes!
This could be useful.
You've noticed it, haven't you?
Notice what?
I'm referring to Xion.
I never thought you, of all people, would come to me about her.
Yes, well, what concerns me has more to do with what machinations may be currently unfolding in secret on Lenegis as we make our way along this tunnel.
And you're saying it's related to Xion in some way?
Perhaps. She believed there was a good possibility that the Renis Alma may free her from her thorns. One would think after losing the Renis Alma, she would be more dismayed, and yet she isn't. Why? There's also the matter of the power that she inherited from...
You heard what she said. She didn't know about the Maiden's power.
Mere ignorance does not preclude her deep connection to the events unfolding around us. You recall when her thorns went rampant in Castle Delpharis. I've never seen dark astral energy manifest in such a way.
I thought you said all Renans had dark astral energy inside of them.
Correct. However, what Xion exhibited was far beyond what any ordinary citizen could ever possibly possess. And let me be clear. I do not intend to cast doubt on Xion, or her motives. Nevertheless, I cannot shake the feeling that there's more to all of this than what we currently know. Do you disagree? Stay calm.
Your wings won't save you from me! Astral energy!
I don't feel like my usual self.
You alright? I've got this! Let me handle this one.
So sorry to disappoint you.
Xion, astral energy! Full throttle!
A flawless victory.
Naturally!
Leave the charges to me!
Do it!
In an instant! Impact block!
To achieve such harmony.
Takes a singular will.
It's obvious that people used to go through here in order to get to the other realms.
You think Volron really did seal it off to keep it hidden then?
Seems like it. Brace yourself! This one's tough!
I'll smash you!
Take this! I'm not done!
Bloody
Double Demon Fang! Take this!
Here's a healing!
Airborne scout.
This one's got your name on it!
Ash to ash. A merry distraction.
There's still more to go!
Get out of this!
Raging storm!
Elusive deity.
Annihilate! I'm ready!
Double Demon Fang!
Light! Spirit Flipper! Lightning! I never miss!
Sorry. I didn't want to put you out.
You would what are friends for if we can't depend on one another.
Prepare
To be sealed, though, fleeting foot. Actually,
Now!
more appropriate.
Let's talk
Scarlet
more
Inferno!
doing!
Now! Here I come! Come and face me!
Captain
Double Demon Fang!
Flawless light!
I'm ready!
Dohalim! This one's got your name on it!
Ash to ash.
Hey, I'm pretty lucky.
Let's see what you've got.
You're mine!
Glacial Spear! Pierce evil!
Shattering of pieces! Attack that!
Get on in there with
Double
the others!
Demon Fang! Burn!
I can shatter any steel!
Alphen! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
You got company now! Wind Astral! You're really strong, Alphen!
I'm just trying to do the best I can.
Still, reassuring to have you around.
As impressive as always.
Here I hope that wasn't true.
No, I mean, you're even better than ever.
That's what I like to hear.
I see supplies and other signs people were living here. Even Zoogle cages.
Definitely looks like this is where the remnants of Volron's forces hold themselves up. Yeah.
They were hiding in a place like this all along. Out of our way! Ready! Radiant Radiant Cascade! Not in your dreams! Radiant Light!
I'm ready!
Kisara! Frozen!
Hammer!
Pathetic! Radiant Pierce! Radiant Pierce! I'm out of ammo! Dohalim! This one's got your name on it!
Ash to ash. A merry distraction.
There's still more to go!
I'm ready!
In an instant!
Impact block! Dance in the wind! One more!
Flaming
Sleep now! Radiant Light! Now!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! Onward and upward.
This'll make us even more formidable.
No choice.
Take this!
Corruption!
I shall ensure you survive this.
Double Demon Fang!
Down on the ground.
Raging Cat! Far enough!
Rotating pile
Eat
driver.
shield!
Take
I'll be
this!
saving this one!
Thank you.
Reload! This one's mine!
We've turned the tables on it.
There are still more left!
Right. No time to hold back.
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! That's some power you wield.
You're the one who did the heavy lifting.
The design of this equipment is really interesting.
You must really like it, Alphen. Little help!
On your
Here I go! It's over! Here! Radiant! Now! Alphen! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
They're surrounding us!
You're mine!
Dance in the wind! Radiant!
I'm out of ammo!
Fine! Free! What did you are such a kill!
See you as soon as I'm done here. Come help out.
How could a girl ever say no?
As impressive as always. No, I mean, you're even better than ever.
A victory for the ages.
How much do they have to steal from us to be satisfied?
What's that thing's purpose, anyway? Some kind of siphon that sends the astral energy the Lords harvested to Lenegus?
Not as far as I'm aware. That said, it has become evident since the forming of the Renis Alma, as well as other recent events, that my insight may be thin. I would, as I believe the saying goes, take what I say with a grain of salt.
Dohalim.
At the very least, I believe we can assume that whoever is pulling the strings behind the scenes has had this in the works for quite some time.
Why's that?
The people on Lenegus may have plenty of resources at their disposal, but not even they could prepare something like that in a mere month. Something of that magnitude takes considerable time, as well as a predetermined goal in mind.
Then what was the crown contest for?
At this stage, I think it was but one step in the greater scheme we see unfolding before us. What that scheme is exactly, I haven't a clue. For now, I believe we should keep moving. The path continues. It's quite possible it will take us all the way to Cyslodia.
Agreed. Let's keep moving.
So Shion's thorns are dark astral energy.
Rinwell. Are you worried about Shion?
Of course I am. But I don't know how to talk to her about it.
You and me both.
Come to think of it, what happened to those 4 lights that fell from Lenegus along with the wedge?
All 4 of them scattered in different directions. It's anyone's guess where on Dana they might have landed.
I'm not entirely sure, but it seemed like those lights may have all been different elements of astral energy.
So even though they're using the wedge to siphon off energy from Dana, they're shooting it back down to Dana as well? Why?
I don't know. It all happened so suddenly.
Hopefully it's not a sign of some new threat we'll have to deal with.
But if that red woman has anything to do with the wedge, then what could that light...
It's weird, isn't it?
Oh?
The Red Woman. Shion and Dohalim said they'd never seen her before Pelegion.
Are you saying they're lying to us?
No, it's not that I think they're lying, just... there has to be some reason for it, right?
Well, one thing the 2 of them have in common is that they're both Renins.
Okay, you 2. Put a pin in it for now. I know that we're in the dark about a lot, but for now, let's focus on getting through these mountains.
Yeah, of course.
In a bind?
No escape!
Annihilation! Hear me! Flame of fury! Burning! Raging
Double
storm!
demon fang!
Pierce evil! Puddle!
Can you take it?
Lightning
I'm
descent!
ready!
Totally! In an instant! Impact block!
Together, that wasn't even a problem.
Hi, Hoodle!
Take this!
Double
demon fang!
Reload! Field!
Rotating pile driver!
Light after raging
so fast.
cascade! In here!
Take this!
I'll be saving this one!
Double demon fang!
Flying freaks! Why can't they just sit still?
Sia, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done!
Demon fang!
Looks like it could be worth something.
Let's see what you've got.
Here I come!
Where are you going?
Strike! Here I come!
Here!
I'm not done!
I can carve through armor!
Raging cascade! Sighted! It's over!
Double demon fang!
Get on in there with
Bloody
me!
howling!
Power up!
Double demon fang!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah! And the pummeling to me!
Up and out! Let's go!
We're in good form.
Out of our way! Radiant here! Radiant here! Radiant here! I'm out of ammo! Back into the fray! You're mine! Lightning now!
In an instant! Impact block!
Together, that wasn't even a problem.
It sure got cold all of a sudden after we passed the peak.
La.
Yeah, we're getting close.
Out of our way!
You're mine! Come and face me!
Healing circle!
Okay, here I go!
Lightning orb!
Dragon form!
Lightning condemned!
Double demon!
Anything in armor is all mine! Now let's see what I can do!
Annihilation!
Got flyers.
I've got this! Let a marksman handle it!
Double demon fang!
All yours.
Lightning condemned! Don't mind if I do!
Double demon fang!
I'm ready!
Neon! Astral energy! Full throttle! A flawless victory! Naturally!
Double demon!
I'll take it from here! Let's see how you handle this! Deus Roar! I gave that one everything I had!
Discourteous, aren't you?
Dance the wind! Here! Circle!
Bloody
Get out of here with the others! There! Thanks so much! I'm ready!
I'll take you all off!
It's here! I'm never fit!
Devastation!
Air thrust! Light astral energy! Radiant!
As impressive as always.
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Pathetic! Now! One more!
Here I come!
Thunder field!
Lunar Rumble!
Dance in the wind! Air tag!
Rising Orb!
Raging!
Rising Phoenix!
Was that a new skill I saw back there?
Indeed. Well, sort of. Actually, it's a family staple harkening back 8 generations.
Maybe you can just...
Let's dispose of the trash.
Take this!
House it!
Now you see what I can do!
Air thrust! Mega ray!
Double demon fang!
This is in the sky! Lightning descent! Where are you going?
I'm ready!
Totally! In an instant! Impact block!
Am I on a roll or what? Little help!
On your knees.
You got company!
Denied!
Radiant Pierce! Radiant Pierce! Here goes!
I'm ready!
Lightning into astral energy! Full throttle!
A flawless victory.
Dance in the wind! Naturally!
No further!
Lightning condensed! Here I go! Thunderblade!
That was almost too easy.
No enemy can stand against us!
If only every battle went so well.
This'll make us even more formidable.
We made it to Cislodia.
We need to get that bridge down somehow.
It looks like we can control it from our side. Let's take a closer look.
Are you okay, Law?
Oh, fine. Just thinking. The past is a real downer. That's why I'm focused on what's ahead of me. You?
Yeah. I'm going to stay the path. As long as we're all together, I know we'll be all right.
Same here. Now let's get moving.
Oh, good. We can cross through here.
Stop! Who goes there?
My name is Alphen. We're not your enemies.
Did you say Alphen? Slap me silly, it really is you!
Forgetting someone?
Renwell! Oh, glad to see you're doing okay.
What are you guys doing out here?
We're patrolling the realm. Never thought I'd bump into you all on my rounds, though. Heck, enough of me, though. What's going on up in the sky? Feels like the world's gonna end.
That's what we're trying to figure out ourselves. And as it happens, I've got a big favor to ask.
I had an inkling that's why you'd come back. As soon as I saw you in the distance. So you beat all the lords, huh? Damn, you really must be a hero.
I just did what I had to. So can you send anybody to help Ganeth Heros?
I think we can help out. I'll hit up the other resistance groups and rustle up some support. I doubt they'll have a problem sending people once I mention it's you who's asking.
Thanks. If you guys can help out, that'll give us a chance to do something about that wedge out in the ocean.
Yeah, I think that's something only you guys can handle. Speaking of which, that thing's out in the middle of the ocean. How do you even plan on reaching it?
By boat. We're about to go look for one.
No rest for the weary, I see. Hey, what happened to that mask you used to wear?
It's a long story. Let's just say I lost it.
I should Sure never expected to run into Bregan.
Cyslodia's probably in good hands with him.
Yeah, now we can focus on finding a ship.
A boat, huh? Where are we gonna find one of those? It's not the kind of thing people just leave lying around.
Especially not Renans. For an Imperial power, they never have shown much interest in maritime expansion. Still, I dare say there should be the odd small vessel here and there.
All well and good, but that structure's slap bang in the middle of the ocean. A fishing boat won't cut it.
Let's just try to find one that won't sink us halfway out, yeah? Not that it needs to be a huge galley like Almadria's or anything.
Just as well, since we've passed, let's see, literally 0 huge galleys.
All I know is we have to reach that thing in the ocean. Anything that might work, I say we try it. Thanks to Bregan, it seems like Ganeth Harrows should be in good hands, at least.
I wonder who they'll send to look after things. It'll be someone from one of the other resistance organizations, no doubt.
They could do a whole lot worse than someone like Doc. A knowledge of medicine would go a long way there.
Wait, do you mean the old guy back in Calaglia? Ganeth Harrows would be one hell of a trek from there. He'd have to get here first.
My brother's old second-in-command, Legil, would be a perfect fit, too. Pity she'll probably still have her hands tied up with work in Menancia.
Mahag Sar will be the same story. They won't have the manpower as it is, let alone enough to start exporting it.
Man, everyone's still struggling to get back on their feet, huh?
Knowing Bregan, he'll probably take things into his own hands. He seems like the kind of guy who enjoys a challenge.
Thinking back on it now, though, it does kind of make you realize just how many people we've gotten to know in each of the places we visited.
That's true. And each and every connection we forged is priceless. Anyway, we can trust Bregan to take care of things from here. Come on, let's focus on the task at hand.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hootle?
We've reached our destination.
We should be able to cook here.
I always love the sound of hammers banging away.
Curry, perhaps. Or burgers. No, mashed potatoes. It's so hard to decide.
Xion has really become quite the foodie, huh?
At least all that time teaching her wasn't for naught.
Shame it all sounds so rich.
Rinwell, mind if we chat a little? What's wrong? You're looking pretty down. Something on your mind?
Yeah, you could say that. It's just, well, there's something that's been eating away at me for a long, long time. Do you mind if I share it with you?
Of course not. I'm glad to listen.
See, my mom and dad used to tell me I shouldn't go around casting magic. But there was one time I did, behind their backs. And when I did, Almadria showed up.
Huh?
I hated Almadria for destroying everything I loved. But what I hated most was myself. For breaking my promise to my parents. Even though I swore I'd get revenge, there was always this nagging part of me that wondered if I even had any right to do so.
Rinwell, it was Almadria who killed your family. Don't torment yourself over one mistake.
How can you say that when my mother and father died because of me?
This may not comfort you much, but I'll say it anyway. I have a feeling your parents always knew something like that might happen.
What do you mean?
There was always a chance that someday, someone was going to find you and your family. But even knowing the risks, they still taught you magic. And there are two reasons I can think of for that. First, your talent. Second, they were hedging their bets.
Huh? On what?
On you, Rinwell. On how you turn out when you grew up. Sure, learning magic may invite danger, but it would have been even more dangerous to live in hiding without being able to defend yourself. They knew what they were getting themselves into when they taught you magic. And I think they did it because of how much they loved you.
Because my mother and father loved me.
Sorry, I know I shouldn't be putting words into your parents' mouths.
No, it's okay. I used to think I would have been better off if I never knew how to use magic. And if I'm really honest with myself, sometimes I still think that. But after traveling around with all of you guys, I've learned that there are things I can do with magic. That there's a point to it after all. So I'm going to keep trying. I'm gonna try and accept it as part of who I am. I want to use it to protect my friends. To protect the future of Dana. Do you think that's selfish of me?
Not at all. I wouldn't want it any other way with you, Rinwell.
I'm counting on you, Alphen. Another day, another Gald. You can tell it's tough just looking at it.
Yeah, it'd probably mess us up good.
This one will be difficult to predict.
Okay. Not today!
As if the normal creepy crawlies aren't disgusting enough.
Aim for the weak spot! I owe you one.
I can carve through armor!
Lunar corruption!
Try harder! Not chance!
Prime the
Try harder! Now!
I never miss!
Take it! I'm not done! It's over!
There!
Try harder! You're mine! On your strike!
Lightning raging annihilation!
Now or never.
There you go!
Another incantation ruined. Take this!
You picked the wrong fight!
Lightning condemned!
Strike! Double demon fang!
Penumbra! Rotating pile driver!
Amazing.
Forgive me.
You pay for that!
This is the way of evil!
Armor won't save you!
Here I come!
Let's get you all tucked away!
I won't lose. Not now, not ever! You're finished! No, I can't end here!
There! It's over! You're mine!
You this vanquished soul with love!
Radiant pierce! Radiant pierce! Think again!
Charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop.
Radiant pierce!
Nice work!
I never miss!
Rising warrior!
To all finish you, I can carve through armor!
Rising falcon!
Eat this!
Radiant
You're mine!
Can't get out of this!
One more! Now radiant pierce!
Burn!
Down on the ground! Soaring blast!
Radiant pierce! Radiant pierce!
Penumbra!
I'm all blocked up! Go!
All good things come to an end!
Nothing gets by me.
Pierce! Radiant pierce! Radiant pierce! I'm out of ammo!
I can carve through armor!
It's weakened!
This ends now!
Radiant pierce! Radiant pierce!
You picked the wrong fight!
I'm out of ammo! I'm on Easter! And again! Excited! Where are you going?
Demon fang!
A thrilling performance.
Not on my watch!
Far enough.
Take it! You're mine! Think again! No defense! Take it!
Shield
It's over! Radiant pierce! Radiant pierce! Radiant pierce! Let's tear 'em up! Watch and bleed! Got anything in armor! Hang slice! I'm gone!
Burn in hell!
Radiant pierce! Radiant
The
pierce!
fluidity of your movement is simply incredible.
I'm out of ammo!
Rotating pile drive! It's time!
Radiant light!
Take this!
Watch and bleed!
I'm ready!
One more! Go for it! Prepare to crumble! Here I go! Flip the mark! Hang slice! Soaring blast!
My head's spinning.
Radiant pierce! Radiant pierce!
Watch yourself.
Radiant pierce!
Incredible
I'm out
power.
of ammo! Reinforcements!
Popular.
Attack time! I'm all stocked
How
up!
about this?
Got you! Radiant pierce! Think again! You're open!
Resonate with the earth!
No more playing nice! Radiant
Stalagmite!
light!
Thou art being interrupted.
By the power of... It's time to finish this! Die! Consume Radiant pierce!
Their arcs were interrupted.
Here I go!
Penumbra!
Sorry,
Pile driver!
I didn't want to put you out.
What are friends for if we can't depend on one another?
You're right. I'll bear that in mind.
Regenerate!
If it's in the sky, it's mine!
Your lordship? And will you lay down your life for your lord?
Well, I mean, hey, let's not be hasty.
I'm only getting radiant
Radiant
pierce!
light! Force of regeneration! Regenerate!
Here I go!
No, it won't end like this.
Forgive me.
This is my fault.
From beyond, imbue this vanquished soul with love. Now you see what I can do!
I can't lose.
It's over! Radiant pierce!
I'm ready!
Alright! You're mine!
This is some punishment.
Radiant pierce! Lightning strike! I'm out of ammo!
Felt fine
I'm
not
all
too
stuffed
long
out!
ago.
Got you! Art expert coming through!
Not like this.
One more! Here I go! Radiant pierce! Where are you going?
Down on
There!
the ground!
It's over!
Shine! Radiant!
Watch yourself. I sense incredible power.
Regenerate! I'm on it! This one's mine!
Here I go!
Wait. You all down. Engulfed you! Down on the ground!
A new lease on life! Resuscitation! I'll bring you back from death's abyss! Resuscitation!
Can't get out of this! Not done yet!
Will this help?
Down! Your arc!
Crescent moon! Talon hurricane!
No, it won't end like this.
Radiant light! Force of regeneration! Regenerate!
Dragon
From beyond, imbue this vanquished soul with life! Appreciate the help! Resuscitation!
Lightning strike!
Shine!
What was I
Radiant light!
thinking?
Force of regeneration! Regenerate! From beyond, imbue this vanquished... From beyond, imbue this vanquished soul with love!
Think again! Take it!
Force of regeneration!
This
one's all mine!
Now! Hurricane
Take to the
strike!
fray!
Lightning strike! Watch and weep!
Take to the fray!
This medicine works with trauma.
Elusive deity!
Radiant pierce! Radiant pierce!
Can't get out of this!
Keep up Radiant pierce!
No,
Denied!
it won't end like this.
Come on!
Begin!
You have to hold on!
From beyond,
Hurricane
imbue this
strike!
vanquished soul with love!
Here
Resuscitation!
goes!
Shine! Radiant
What was
light!
I thinking?
Force of regeneration!
Watch
Regenerate!
and piercing
From
roll!
beyond,
One more!
imbue this vanquished soul with life! Resuscitation! Benediction light! Heal!
So now you're getting serious?
Not on my watch!
If it's in the sky, it's mine.
I'll smash you! Light! Heal!
Radiant pierce! Back into the fray! Got you!
I'll bring you back from death's abyss. No, it won't end like this. I can feel the medicine working.
Mega ray! By the power
I'm on now! Behold! The Earth's pulse! Tectonic vision!
I'll bring you back from
Take
death's
this! Eat this! That's enough!
Resuscitation!
Dragon Shell!
And again!
It's in your
Radiant
hands now.
pierce! Radiant pierce! Hang strike! Sighted! It's over! Take it! It's over! Radiant pierce! Roar! I'm all stuffed up! Going in! Art expert coming through!
Rending you a bloody hot!
A new lease on life.
Negative gate!
No, it won't end like this.
Bloody holiday!
I let my guard down.
Go get him!
Eat dirt!
What was I thinking?
In here! Amazing! Not long to go now.
We couldn't have done it without you.
Thanks! Come on! Let's you and me get in there and finish this fight! Thunderbolt!
You to take this!
Go! Radiant, here! Think again! You're open!
From here.
An outstanding event.
Tempest, go! Radiant, here!
The flame inside me yearns to be let free!
Got you! Radiant, here!
Leave the charge within me.
You got this! Where are you going?
It can't get up.
Radiant,
Armor won't
launch!
sink! Watch this!
Here now! Radiant, here! Radiant, here! Walking blade! How's this? Radiant, here! Radiant, here! Radiant!
This can't be happening.
It's in your hands now.
What was I thinking?
Not today!
Take it! Radiant, here! I'm back into the fray!
I'm ready!
Ridwell! Frozen!
Hammer!
My exploits are bearing fruit.
I think the animals back at the ranch should be all grown up by now. Hey, look! We've got way more animals!
I never imagined Law would have a knack for husbandry.
Makes sense since they're on the same wavelength.
You're making me blush over here.
Law, maybe you should consider what that statement actually means. Did we really just spend that much money? You worked hard today too, didn't you, sweetie?
Good night, everyone.
Days like this are perfect to curl up with a good book.
Yeah, tell me about it.
What in the world would you do with a book?
Hey, the pictures can teach a guy a lot.
That was quite the little adventure we went on.